Hello everybody, this is Gold Glee Gamer 1 and Dyne, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI.
We're going to step out onto the veldt. We need to talk to that wild boy named Gao.
Yep.
And hey, these guys look familiar. They were actually in the Imperial base. And I actually see these guys as the beginning of the cycle of monsters, because you seem to run into them every single time. So I just use this as the starting point for a new cycle of monsters on the veldt.
Yeah, those enemies do look familiar. Templar and Soldier?
Yep, you fought them while you were chasing after Kefka. And I haven't even shown up in the previous two videos! Why am I not in here? Oh, I don't show up in the game for a little while longer. Oh, I'm so bored, I can't even laugh. No, you don't do that, guys. Yeah, you gotta put more oomph into it.
Yeah, you even say that in your Kefka voice.
These guys are from the beginning of the game, so they'll be one-shotted.
Lobos.
So he says he's hungry. You have to open the item menu, find your dried meat, and use it on him. Now, it is possible to cast healing spells and such on enemies and offensive spells on your party members, but sometimes really not a whole lot of point in doing that. And this is one of the funnier scenes in the game. What's so odd? I'm back. He's fit.
Food. And he's not getting more food. You go, get more for me. You're a regular munchkin. And you afraid of me. You want to fight? Me not want to hurt you. Stop looking at me like that. That boy is one crazy one.
He's just messing around.
Yeah, I guess you can say
myself.
he's like comic relief in a way.
Unfortunately, no. This is the only time he really does that. Sadly, he doesn't have much to do with the story as a whole.
All right, but this would be the point where he's like comic relief.
Yep. Just drag him over here and talk to him. Look, we can't have you two prancing around all day. I love that line. Jake, I think we're going to get on well together, even though we never learned your name. Why don't you join us? Shiny, shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. If it's that shiny, it's going to attract a dragon. He didn't really have enough time to get to know Locke very much. I'm surprised he brought that up. So he's using them as points of reference, as a map. So you want to head south from Mobliz, according to him. Even though you're actually already right in front of where you need to go. So it's going to be a short walk.
Why we invite him along? Yeah,
because this is Thriller. He does the moonwalk pretty well.
Thriller is zombies, not astronauts.
I know. And a little tutorial. That little guy's actually a status ailment you can get later on, but...
Which is Imp.
Yep. Actually, Kappa. They just translated it as Imp. Now this is the tutorial on how to improve Gao's abilities, and if you're a complete perfectionist, why you want to run into every enemy in the game, because he can learn skills from pretty much every single one. However, if you really don't want to do that, it is highly recommended that at this point in the game there is an enemy called Stray Cat at the beginning of Saban's scenario that you can run into, and fortunately you did. And you want to get that enemy's ability here on the Veldt. It is one of the best enemies that Gao can use throughout the whole game.
Hey, Stray Cow, do you think the creators of this game were listening to the Stray Cat strut when they thought of that name?
Don't know. I don't know about the creators, but maybe the translators.
Yeah, because there is a jazz tune called the Stray Cat Strut.
Oh, we have to find out where his shiny thing is. But he doesn't remember. You just have to find out where. You can explore here and find a few things depending on where you look, but that's just a free tonic. Not his treasure is only worth 50 gil. Actually, if you go up and left, you actually don't want to do that. It just triggers another little thing. He decides to be a prankster. You lose 500 gold. Now, it's actually pretty funny, because if you don't have 500 gil, Kyan steps forward and said, "Didn't you ask me to hold on to your wallet?" And I don't remember if you lose anything or not after that one. But that's something the developers actually had in mind. But all you have to do is just go to the end of the cave. And it's pretty much in plain sight, because you can't miss it. And for whatever reason, there's only one of them, and yet all three of them end up using it.
It's an oxygen tank. That's what that thing is.
Unless we hop in, we won't see our friends again, even though you guys have never met said friends. However, Gao is a little hesitant to leave the place he's lived his whole life. And we laugh at him, you jerks! We jump in, we leave him behind because the rapid current's very quickly carrying us away. But he joins as well. Just watch out for a company of 13 dwarves riding in barrels. Now this like the Leet River, this is a set of fixed battles. So you just run into them at set points. Now Gao's abilities is he cannot fight. He only has rage, and he starts off with a few set enemies in case you don't spend any time on the Veldt.
Yeah, but rage actually allows him to copy enemies' abilities, doesn't it?
Kind of. He'll use the enemy's abilities, but he doesn't really copy them. But once you select an enemy to rage, you can't control Gao for the rest of the battle. That's why he has those little sparkly things in front of his face.
Because he'll keep doing that for the rest of the battle.
Yep. And some of them you do have to be careful, because there are some where he will, like a bomb, he'll use Exploder and accidentally kill himself. Now, there was an option to go left or right. However, it's better to go right, because otherwise you'll miss out on treasure. Now we have a AAA of enemies here. No car support. Now that Aspect is actually pretty dangerous because he has a very powerful lightning attack that he'll use if he's the only enemy left. I want to take them out first. Right, here's the first little treasure room. If you go right, you'll pick up treasure. And there will be another fork. Again, you want to go right. Another upcoming battle.
Okay. Yeah, so this is like the Lette River in a way.
Yep. Fixed set of battles. You can choose which way you need to go at certain points. And I think all the enemies in here have names that start with A.
Huh. Yeah, so if a walkthrough was to list them all in alphabetical order, then these would probably show up early.
Yep. And a handy little ability that hits everybody, but like I said, very nasty electric shock. I was wrong about them using it on... if they were the only ones left, it was like a desperation attack when they died. And Finn actually learned a new blitz. He gained that level to get to level 15. It is a fire-based ability that hits every enemy on screen. Super handy.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention much to the blitzes. I only used it like maybe that 1 or 2 times, but yeah, I usually leave it alone.
Oh, they're what make him one of the best characters in the game. Because basically free ability to hit every enemy on screen. Super handy. And another little mini cave. Definitely want to get that treasure chest down there. It's hard to miss. Super easy puzzle room in here. You can't go down those stairs. But there are also no enemies in here. I just step on that switch. Drains the water. Get that chest. There's a green beret that is a helmet I mentioned earlier. Not only does it nicely improve defense, the best thing you can get right now, it also increases your max HP by a set percentage. So, if you do want to take the time and have fought the enemy that drops the green beret in the Imperial camp and want to grind them out on the veldt, you don't need to get enough for everybody because you can just get that last one right there. We have reached the port town of Nikaya. Yeah, little teleport there. Now this is the last place where you can upgrade your equipment. If you hop aboard, that is the end of Saban's scenario. And this is actually the town that you couldn't reach at the beginning of the scenario because the bridge was out. Fortunately, if you need to go back for whatever reason, there is a bridge and you can walk the whole scenario again.
Yep.
The three have reached Narsh, and a decisive battle is about to take place. Now, first, we have to go through a little bit of a cutscene. We're finally back to Edgar's party, speaking with the Elder of Narsh. Talking about how they need to join up with the Returners to fight against the Empire, but they don't like the idea. However, they're probably going to have to fight whether they like it or not, because the Empire wants that Esper.
He'll never learn, huh?
And somehow, they made it back before Locke's team.
Finn, you're alright! Well, who's with you? I'm Beck, retainer to the Lord of Doma. The people of Doma were wiped out by the Empire. Kefka poisoned everyone.
And I'd do it again if I got the chance. I'm evil. And Locke's group finally caught up.
The Empire is poised to attack Narsh right now.
What?
Where'd you hear that?
I knew she seemed familiar. Sir Jake, get out of the way. Let's throw you across the room. He treated him worse than Kefka treated that guard in Figaro. That's General... I can't say that with a straight face. This is General Kitty.
Well, what's wrong with saying that with a straight face?
It just sounds so silly.
Sounds silly?
Yep. General Kitty.
Oh. Why? Because Kitty doesn't seem like a formal name?
Right.
Just like how Danny wouldn't seem like a formal name for a king.
Yep. The Empire comes whether they like it or not. And even the people who don't have shock expressions are shocked. I just don't care what you do here! Just get me that Esper! And there's more sand on my boots! Why do we have to keep walking across this desert?
Lord Kefka, there are civilians here.
Exterminate everyone!
But Narsh is neutral.
Idiot! I'm doing my jumping jacks right now! Read my lips! Dispose of any who oppose us! March! There, I got my exercise in. Ready to go.
We really have no choice. Let's make ready for war.
Start tootin'!
They're after the Esper. We've moved it into the hills. And we're going up after it.
And a little bit more exposition.
I wouldn't go... I'm a soldier, not some love star twit. Cold as ice.
Yeah, she has some very good lines. And for whatever reason, they changed formation on the way.
So you were born with the power of magic? Isn't it a lovely gift? You can use magic too. The baby I was artificially infused with magic and raised as a Magitech Knight.
And they happened to perfect the process on her. They messed it up with me, and they kind of snapped a little bit. But oh, but it's so much fun. See, that's a piece of backstory you won't find out unless you go to a bar, for crying out loud.
Oh, well, then maybe these folks should go to one then.
Okay, this sets you up for the next battle. You have to talk. You can switch out by talking to people to change their equipment and set up as well.
Until next time, this is Gold League Gamer 1 and Dyne. Later, folks.
Bye, guys.